What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the North Texas Dynasty on College Football 26. It is Steve, and we return for part 5, where we are finally wrapping up non-conference play before we head into our American schedule. Today, we play the South Alabama Jaguars at home. This squad is 2-2 with losses to Tulane and Auburn, but pretty good wins against FCS and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Getting a look at this roster, we got Bishop Davenport. He is a 75 overall junior, dual threat, 6'2". Definitely want to keep our eye on him to make some plays. And it looks like they like to run the ball a lot, but the receivers are getting some love as well. So I'm seeing a 50-50 offense here with a 2-2 non-conference record. And just keeping an update on the college landscape, we had Iowa taking down Rutgers by 8. We had Stanford taking care of Virginia. We had Texas laying belt to ass on Sam Houston. Michigan takes down Nebraska by 10. We see Arkansas taking care of Memphis. USC, good care against Michigan State. Tulane with an upset on Ole Miss. That's a conference team. We had a big game. South Carolina takes down Missouri by 3. Florida State lays belt to ass against Kent State. Obviously, we saw South Alabama beating Coastal. We saw Auburn beating Oklahoma by 7. That's a surprise. Clemson over Syracuse. Oregon wins the Oregon rivalry. Baylor with a 1-point win over Arizona State. That's a ranked matchup. That appears to be relatively important. SMU back in the top 25 after making a college football appearance last season. BYU 42-0. That's a good W for them. Wisconsin with a big dub. Marshall takes down MTSU. I believe that's their first loss all season. And Florida takes down Miami by 3. Florida still undefeated. And Utah taking down Texas Tech. Here is a look at your top 25 before we get into action. Texas still with the top spot at 4-0, but still about 7 undefeated teams there in the top 7, and Illinois included in that. The Vols are number 20 at 3-1. Regardless, it is time to get back into our matchup. Our last non-conference game, we want to go into conference play. We've already beat Army, but we want to get the last 7 games of our series with all the momentum that we can. And I fucking don't like South Alabama. So they're going to start with the ball first. Bishop Davenport with 4 touchdowns and 3 picks to start the season. Let's get it going underway with the North Texas Mean Green defense. I like these uniform combos. 2nd and 8 for Davenport. From the shotgun, they're going to go with the run. Got a man up the middle. A missed tackle. What are we doing? That's an easy first down for Kentrell Bullock. That's a 14-yard run to start the day for the Cougs. 2nd and 8 from the shotgun. Here is Davenport. Manned up. That's an easy strike. That is only a gain of 2 for Nate Kicker. 3rd and 6 here at midfield. Can we get this Cougar team off the field? Home field advantage, halftime advantage, throwing up a one-on-one ball early and a dropped interception, but that would have been an arm punt. I'm not mad at it, but I have noticed interceptions are kind of hard to click on in this game, at least in Dynasty Heisman mode. Here is Reese Poffenbarger and the North Texas offense. From the shotgun, let's get it going. That's a quick strike over the middle. Trey Williams, the 3rd, the senior, brings in a 4-yard reception, but it's already a quick 3rd down for the Mean Green. Shotgun snap. There's Dalton Carnes, our number 1 playmaker, taking nothing, turning it into something. I am number 11's biggest fan. I love Dalton Carnes. Here is Shaddai Clayton Johnson, probably our strongest offensive player so far, other than maybe Dalton Carnes. Getting it going in the screen game, just a gain of 3 there. And we're back to the passing game. Shotgun here for number 7. Reese Poffenbarger. That's a quick strike. There's Shaddai Clayton Johnson again, heavily involved in the passing game, and we have moved this into South Alabama territory. From the shotgun. 2nd and 11, Poffenbarger has time. There's Carnes again. Dalton Carnes getting into open space. His yards after catch and his toughness, although he looked kind of dead there for a second. Dalton Carnes, absolute beast on the field. Here is 2nd and 10 for Poffenbarger. That's going to be a quick strike over the middle. There is our short little speedster, Miles Coleman. Going to pick up the 1st down for the sophomore. 1st and goal. Why not get Dalton Carnes into open space? Jet touch pass. Try to find the edge here. It's going to get blown up and that is going to quickly bring us to 3rd and goal here. We got a mesh concept with some RBs out of the backfield trying to get open. Poffenbarger takes the snap, has plenty of time. There's back to Miles Coleman, who's going to muscle his way into the end zone. Great play there for the sophomore, the short little guy, the speedster, the munchkin. Miles Coleman's going to punch that one in. Gets the first touchdown of the day, and North Texas has gone up 7-0. That is probably the best offensive start we have had, honestly, all season, as Kentrell Bullock is going to find a way out of that mess and get a nice gain of what looked to appear to be about 15, 17 yards there for the South Alabama offense. Here comes the shotgun snap. That's going to be a screen back to Bullock. They like what they see. It is met by David Fisher, though, our best player, tied with Gabe Blair, our center, but the defensive back gets the 2-yard loss there. 2nd and 12. Here's Davenport. That's going to be a fake, a double fake play action, and that's going to be back to kicker, who's going to pick up a 9-yard gain. 3rd and 1. Do they go to Bullock here? We're manning up on defense. Stevie Balls wants a stop. That's going to be a easy handoff to the outside. No one's there. We're all crashing the middle, and it does not matter. Kentrell Bullock with 46 yards off 3 rushes. They're certainly outdueling us in the running game right now. They're going to stick with it. No, it's going to be a fake over the middle, wide open. We're not ready for it. We're lost and dazed and confused. And that is how the first quarter is going to come to a close here in North Texas. Up 7-0. Offense looks strong. Like I was saying earlier, these past 3 weeks, it's taken us a while to get going. We've gotten off to slow starts despite winning these games. We had a 21-point comeback against Washington State, and then against Army, we threw like 3 picks before we scored. We won those games, but here is a run up the middle. That spin move, I thought that was going to be right into the end zone, but it is 1st and goal off of the back of Kentrell Bullock right now. We're out passing them. They're beating us in the running game. They're beating our ass, and we cannot stop number 3. 1st and goal. There we go. We meet him there. That's going to be a loss. 5 rushes and 55 yards. Let's try and get those numbers down a little bit here on defense. 2nd and goal. They're going to keep it with Davenport this time. We're not falling for it. That's the 3rd tackle today for Evan Jackson. And maybe they think about passing here on 3rd and goal. Our red zone defense has been elite this season, and that is Jalen Durgan. I love this kid. Junior dog Jalen Durgan in the backfield gets the sack, and they're going to be forced to kick the 3 after getting that drive going so smooth. We are able to upend them and force them to 3. That's what I like to see. Head coach Stevie Balls is happy with his defense there. 7-3, an opportunity to go up 2 possessions here. 1st and 10. Poffenbarger looked very strong on that last drive, not able to get it to Trey Williams there in time. That is going to be an incomplete pass, bringing up 2nd and 10 here from the shotgun. When in doubt, hit number 11, Dalton Carnes, Cooper Kupp. You can't tell the difference. That's a 10-yard gain, and it's going to be enough to give us momentum to move the chains. 1st and 10. Here comes the screen, trying to get Shaddai Clayton Johnson going. He's going to use his legs to get out of bounds after a 1st down run, and Poffenbarger has cracked 100 yards so far in this first half. 2nd and 10 here. Get it back to number 2. We got the block set up for it. There we go! Finding the DBs deep into the secondary, and the blocks there were just beautiful up to the 38 off of a run. Way to go there for number 2. Here's a 1st and 10. There's Kiefer Sibley. That's our RB2 who subs into the game. Just a gain of 2 there. 2nd and 8. Still in South Alabama territory. We are going to audible here. Get it back into the hands of Shaddai Clayton Johnson, who's not going to find the outside edge. It's a loss of 2, bringing up 3rd and 10. Not quite into field goal range yet here. Poffenbarger tries to get it to Coleman. He would have been met anyway. And I hate punting this close in, but 4th and 10, that is too strong of an ask. Here comes the punt. The power is right, gonna land at the 1. Did we touch it down in time? We touched it down at the 1. That is why the punter gets a highlight in this video. 1st and 10. Bishop Davenport comes out at the 1. We are sending the dogs. Can we get a safety on this one? They're gonna go with a screen, a quick screen. We're not ready for it. He's out of there. Can we get him down? From the 1-yard line, it's a 66-yard gain. Right before the first half is coming to a close, momentum completely switches on its head, and Davenport takes off for 3 yards there. 3rd and 6, trying to stop him, hold him to 3 again. 2-minute warning is about to commence. Last play, throwing up a one-on-one ball. Don't test David Fisher! Do not test David Fisher! Comes down with the interception. That is our highest rated player, our cornerback captain. David Fisher brings in our first interception. And as I'm yapping, Trey Williams is wide open down the field. Poffenbarger able to escape the pressure, find his senior target tight end, and both him and Dalton Carnes are easily my 2 favorite receivers on this team right now. Carnes, again, just finds ways to get open, get yards after the catch, make the catches, doesn't drop the ball often. Here's a 1st and 10. That is going to go to Carnes. Dalton Carnes getting tackled on the American logo. Less than a minute in the first half. Can we go up 2 possessions? 2nd and 4. Poffenbarger going to wait for the play to develop. There's Carnes. He's got a block. Dalton Carnes going to mosey his way into the end zone. He's going for the step back. He's going for the James Harden. And that has got to be like his 8th catch or something on the game. That's his 7th catch for 97 yards and a touchdown, leading us into halftime. He has been a problem for South Alabama. Look at those stats. 8 targets, 7 catches, almost 100 yards and a touchdown. Reese Poffenbarger feeding this man, and the North Texas Mean Green confidently lead 14-3 heading into the second half. As they receive here, I don't know what the fuck I was doing, guys. Delay a game, that was on me. I just didn't snap the ball, was not paying attention. Head coach Stevie Balls. That's one in the film room that I got to take accountability for. As it's going to back us up 5 yards. 1st and 15, first play of the second half. Can we go up 21-3? Really seize control of this game. Poffenbarger doesn't find anyone, gets sacked. That's a loss of 13, or it's a loss of 8. Forgot about the penalty there. 2nd and 23. To Shaddai Clayton Johnson. He's not ready for it. 3rd and 23. And all of a sudden, momentum is leaning to South Alabama, who's looking to get us off the field rather quickly. From the shotgun. Got to make sure we don't take a safety here. Gonna lob it up. Carnes has got an available space. Carnes doesn't hang on to it. Oh my goodness. Carnes almost broke away from 2 defenders. He had the separation, but they jar the ball loose on the hit. And that is going to be really good field position for South Alabama. Going to be starting essentially in enemy territory off that 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6. Here's Bishop Davenport. They have kind of been shying away from Kentrell Bullock, which I'm okay with, but Davenport has been wheeling and dealing other than his interception. I can't be too oblivious to what he's doing here. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Stadium pulsing at about 30% right now. They're going to keep it with Bullock, and this time where they're in the backfield, there is a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12. 3rd quarter here, 7 minutes left. 2nd and 12 for Davenport. From the shotgun, the pressure is getting there. He does not get it off in time. There is no sack, but it does fall incomplete. 3rd and 12. Defense trying to get them off the field again. Davenport going to motion out Kentrell Bullock to the outside. Here comes the snap by himself. We know a pass is coming. He's going to throw up the one-on-one to Kentrell Bullock. The running back is going to moss him. No! Kentrell Bullock said, on your head. Oh my goodness. And South Alabama, their first touchdown of the day comes just in time. They're going to go for 2 here to make it a 3-point game, and that is well defended. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe that just happened. The running back who has been shafting us all day makes it a 1-possession game. There is Dalton Carnes, another first down. What do you expect from the kid? 108 yards on the day. Oh my goodness, trying to reclaim control of this game. It's a 5-point game. I don't really like that. Do we have the seam over the middle? It's going to be batted down, trying to get it back to Trey Williams, the 3rd. 3rd and 5 here quickly, trying to keep our momentum going. That is going to be a quick strike to land inside to his met. 4th and inches. Do we sneak it? I gotta trust Shaddai here. This is rough. This is sketchy. Here comes the snap. Stiff arm. And they're gonna give it to South Alabama. The Cougars have found their momentum. The 2-2 Cougs. Here comes the snap. There is a screen right away. Gonna find a way to get about 7. out of that. 2nd and 3, a touchdown away from taking their first lead of the game. 2nd and 3. Here's Bishop Davenport. They're going back to Kentrell Bullock, who's been a problem all day. First down for the South Alabama Cougs. 4:20 left in the third quarter. 1st and 10. Do they go run? Do they go pass? It looks like they're going to go with another screen. Derek Fisher's going to be there in the backfield. That's a nice stick. Loss of 1 on that one. South Alabama, 2nd and 11. Here comes the shotgun snap. Bishop Davenport looking for another quick strike to the tight end. That is going to be another gain of 1. 3rd and 10 here. Can we hold them to 3? Somehow hang on to our lead going into the fourth quarter. 3rd and 10. Going to scramble out and met right away. It's Jalen Durgan again. He's got his 2nd and a half sack on the day, and that's a big one. 4th and 12 here. We're going to force another field goal out of South Alabama. It is good. We're only up 2, but we are still up, having not scored in the second half. Time to get this offense back going. 1st and 10. Shaddai Clayton Johnson has some room up the middle to work with. That's a gain of 8. I'll take that all day. 2nd and 2. Trying to move the chains here. We're going to cut it to the left side this time. Clayton Johnson somehow moseys his way for a first down. Looked pretty stuck early on. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. Poffenbarger going to find Trey Williams III, who's going to use his big boy body momentum. That's going to get a first down. 2nd and 10 here. North Texas still up 2. 2nd and 10. Poffenbarger looking to scramble out. Gonna throw up an absolute prayer to Carnes. No good, out of bounds, but we still, it's another 3rd down, and we are not finding any offensive rhythm right now. 3rd and 10. Poffenbarger gonna hit Carnes, who's gotta jump up and grab it, and he finds a way to move the chains. Dalton Carnes' legacy game. 2nd and 7. Last play before the fourth quarter. There's Kiefer Sibley, who's gonna find his way out of bounds. Sibley, I don't know. That's the end of the third quarter. Scoreless for North Texas. Still up 14-12, but a touchdown you feel like would really give us a strong momentum hold on this game. Here is 2nd and 10. Poffenbarger making some adjustments at the line. Start of the fourth quarter. Feeling pressure from the outside. How does he get rid of that? It's Landon side. Spin move. Up into the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal for North Texas. What a play from Reese Poffenbarger to throw that on the money as he's getting hit. As Shaddai Clayton Johnson's tackled at the 1. But, oh my goodness, Landon sides with a crazy spin move. Takes advantage of his opportunity. Up the gut. There's Shaddai Clayton Johnson with the touchdown. North Texas gonna go up 21-12 in this one. Still enough time for a South Alabama comeback, but they gotta go quick. 1st and 10. Trying to stop us from going undefeated, going 5-0. There's a quick strike over the middle. Goes for a gain of 5. Less than 7 minutes left in the game now. Bishop Davenport, oh my goodness, he's motioning out Kentrell Bullock again. Someone guard that motherfucker. 3rd and 5. Davenport gonna try and scramble out, gonna hit his man on the run. What a dime! Derek Fisher's not able to get the tackle. No one's able to get the tackle. An additional 15 tacked on whenever we had him beat. We had him tackled. What happened? 1st and 10, deep into North Texas territory. That is the spark play this offense needed. Bringing up 2nd and inches here. 6 minutes left. A touchdown makes this game a lot more stressful. Even a field goal, which they're already into field goal range. Kentrell Bullock, get off of my cock. 1st and 10. 2nd and 8 here. 5:07 left in the game. Just outside of goal range. They're going to fake it. That's going to be another screen. We've contained those pretty well today. David Fisher right there. 3rd and 7. I would really like to hold them to 3 here, because that gives us an opportunity to go up 3 and be up 9. Here comes the read option. Davenport's got a lane up the middle. Bishop Davenport's feeling himself. That was a quick touchdown drive for South Alabama, which is exactly what they needed. Can we run this clock? Starting with Shaddai Clayton Johnson. He's going to find his way to the outside. That goes for a 9-yard gain. That's exactly what we wanted to see. 2nd and 1 here. Gonna keep it going with the run game. No reason to try. If we turn it over here, they're already in field goal range. Shaddai Unable to get the first down. 3rd and 2. Stressful from the shotgun. 3:30 left in the game. Here comes the snap. Give it to Shaddai. Blown up. He's blown up in the backfield. It's a loss. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the defense to step up. We could be looking at our first loss here if South Alabama can get into field goal range. 1st and 10 from the shotgun. That's a nice hit to jar the ball loose. It falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Defense needs to lock the fuck in. Offense has not been doing their job in the second half here. That is a quick strike out to Kentrell Bullock. We make sure he doesn't break any tackles. 3rd and 6 here. 2:50 left in the game. From the shot. Here comes Bishop Davenport. Gonna throw up another prayer, another one-on-one. And this time, we're able to get the interception. That's huge. Interception number 2. That one goes to Armstead. And now with 2:44, maybe this drive we can run the clock out. Clayton Johnson met. That's a 2-yard gain, and South Alabama's already calling timeouts. We're going to go with the pass here. I feel like a first down really seals this one. From the shotgun, Poffenbarger has time. Going to hit none other than Dalton Guards. 127 yards. 3rd and inches. Here we go. We just need an inch from our senior running back, Clayton Johnson. He's got it. That's the last timeout for South Alabama. We will need another first down or 2. Clayton Johnson is getting banged up in this one. We're going to need another first down or 2 to really end this one. But time is on our side. 2:33. Last play before the 2-minute warning. Clayton Johnson met right away back at the line of scrimmage. 2-minute warning. I accidentally subbed in our fullback. I didn't mean to do that. Here comes Kiefer Sibley on the next play. But for now, let's see how the fullback does. 2nd and 10. Give me a 5-yard gain here from the shotgun. He's got blockers. Gonna muscle ahead. Okay, I'll take that. That's a 4-yard gain. 3rd and 6. We're committing to the run here. I just need the clock to keep moving. It is 4th and 4. We are punting, but they have no timeouts, and they're gonna have less than 40 seconds left. It's going to be fair caught at the 13. All right, here we go. We're up to a field goal wins it for South Alabama. 37 seconds and no timeouts. Davenport going to start with a quick strike, tackled inbounds. Keep that clock going. We got less than 30 seconds. 2nd and 1. They're going to go ahead and use a spike. 24-23. 23. I love that first play. They just wasted 14 seconds. 23 seconds. If they are going to go for the field goal win, they got to have time to spike it too. So that was huge. 3rd and 1. Davenport, shotgun. He's going to go the short way again. Kentrell Bullock is going to get out of bounds at the very least. That got them closer, but still at the 32. You're not kicking 3 from here. 1st and 10. 18 seconds. We need a tackle in the middle of the field. Here's Bishop Davenport all the time in the world. He's got a man over the middle. Man over the middle. He's tackled down. He's going to be tackled down at the 48. Just inside, or the 46. Just inside. They're going with the spike again. 7, 6. They got it down with 6 seconds left. That's not going to be enough field goal range. It's got to be a touchdown. 2nd and 10. Here is the Hail Mary prayer for South Alabama. The snap. Davenport. He's going to launch it from the 50 into a crowd. There is a flag. No! Oh my God! You got to be fucking kidding me. Pass interference on the defense, which arguably would have given them field goal range anyway. The ball is batted around in a crowd. And the tight end, of all people, comes down with the football. That is how North Texas loses their first game of season 1. Falling to 4-1. South Alabama on that miracle going to advance to 3-2. And man, I am mad at that last play, but I'm also just upset because we had so many opportunities to put that one away. And we let them hang around, and we paid the price for it. Felt like we beat them in every category other than rushing. But our offense just completely stalled out in the second half. I'm stunned. 25-21 is your final score. North Texas is going to take their first L. It is non-conference, so I'm not tweaking. But man, whenever you're a lowly school trying to make the college football playoff, every one of these losses matters. I am shook. Thank you guys for watching. We're back. That was crazy. This game is nuts. I love this game. Y'all have a blessed day. I'll catch you on the next one.